Hello students, today we are going to take up integrals of some more types of functions. Actually, in fact, for indefinite integrals, this is the last set of results which we are going to take up. Okay, so we will be doing three more results. One is integrals of functions of the type x squared minus a squared dx. Then we will do it for square root of x squared plus a squared dx, and the last one is integral of square root of a squared minus x squared into dx. So if you recall, we have in our previous videos and exercises we have dealt with similar functions, but 1 upon these functions, 1 upon square root of x squared minus a squared, similarly 1 upon square root of x squared plus a squared, and 1 upon square root of a squared minus x squared. Now let's see how to deal with these three functions. So we'll just quickly find the result for these questions and then do the needful related problems. So suppose I is equal to integral of x squared minus a squared into dx. Now this can be done by substitution, that is, you can substitute x equal to a sec theta and then do the needful, or you could use the process of integration by parts. In fact, each of these functions, the result can be found out, the integral can be found out by either of these things, that either you use integration by parts or you use a substitution of this kind. Like in this case it will be x equal to a sec theta. Similarly, we have different substitutions for these ones, but here I'll show you the process of finding the result using integration by parts. You already are aware of how to solve it using the substitution. We have done similar questions in our previous videos. Okay, so let's do it this way. So now clearly we don't know how to find, finding the integral of this would be slightly complicated, so we can write it as 1 into square root of x squared minus a squared dx. Now if you just see, both are algebraic functions, so if you follow the procedure of ILATE, both 1 and square root function is they fall into the category of algebraic functions. So we prefer taking this as the first function and this as the second function. So reason being, we know that for the process of integration by parts, the first function we don't have to integrate, we either use it as it is or we differentiate. So the complicated one we have taken as the first function. So let's apply integration by parts. What do you get? First function x squared minus a squared into integral of the second, which comes out to be x, minus integral of derivative of the first function. Now derivative of the first function would be 1 over 2 square root of x squared minus a squared into derivative of x squared minus a squared is 2 into x, into the integral of this second function is x into dx. So now let's simplify it. What do we get? I is equal to x under root of x squared minus a squared minus, now here 2 and 2 gets cancelled and we get x squared square root upon square root of x squared minus a squared. Now in order to simplify it further, what we do is, taking the hint from the denominator, we subtract a squared and we add a squared, and so what we get is, on splitting the numerator, we get x under root of x squared minus a squared minus this becomes square root of x squared minus a squared dx, and minus again comes and we get a squared 1 dx. Now clearly if you just see, this is something which we started with, so we can replace this function by I. So we have got I is equal to x square root of x squared minus a squared minus I minus a squared integral of this. This minus I can be taken to the other side and we get 2I is equal to x under root of x squared minus a squared minus a squared x and plus a constant, and so I comes out to be taking this 2 to the other side, we get the answer as, now sorry, 1 minute, I have missed out on this. Here it is, you take a squared and here the denominator is x squared minus a squared, and so here we get the result for integral of 1. This is again a standard form which we have done earlier, and so what we get is a squared, and the integral of 1 upon under root of this is log of modulus of x plus under root of x squared minus a squared plus a constant. And now I comes out to be x upon 2 square root of x squared minus a squared minus a squared by 2 log of modulus of x plus under root of a squared minus x squared plus a constant. Proceeding exactly in the same on the same lines, we get the second result as integral of x squared plus a squared whole under root dx will come out to be half of x times under root of x squared plus a squared, exactly on the same lines. Plus, now here we'll get plus a squared over 2 log of x plus under root of x squared plus a squared modulus plus a constant. This is the second result, and I'll just quickly show you how we get it. Proceeding exactly on the same lines, we get this will be equal to 1 into square root of x squared plus a squared dx, which is equal to, treating this as the first function and this as the second function, we get first function into integral of the second, which gives us this, minus integral of derivative of the first function, which is 2x over under root of x squared plus a squared into the integral of the second function into dx, which on solving gives us x under root of x squared plus a squared minus this 2 and this 2 gets cancelled, and we are left with x squared, which can be written as x squared plus a squared minus a squared. Okay, and here we get, and here there was a minus sign. Now what we get is whole upon square root of x squared plus a squared into dx, and now what we get is this, when you solve it becomes square root of a squared minus a plus a squared, which goes to the other side, becomes 2I is equal to x under root of x squared plus a squared, minus of minus becomes plus a squared integral of log 1 upon under root of x squared plus a squared dx, which gives you this answer. And that's how you get the answer as x under root of x squared plus a squared log of x plus under root of x squared plus a squared plus a constant, and this then 2 goes to the denominator and gives us the result. Now let's quickly do the third result. The third result can be done either third one can be done as a squared minus x squared. Now one more thing, in this one we could have also done this one by making the substitution x equal to a tan theta, just as we made we could make the substitution x equal to a sec theta in the previous one. Here we can make it x equal to a tan theta and do the needful. Now here in this case we can do it by the same method as this, or we can simply make the substitution x equal to a sine theta. So if we make this substitution, so let's do this one by making the substitution, though we can do it by integration by parts or by integration by parts. This also we can do it, but let's take up this one using this part. So what we do is, if you put x equal to a sine theta, we get dx equal to a cos theta d theta. I comes out to be, now a squared minus a squared sine square theta is a square root is a cos theta into a cos theta d theta. I can be written as a squared, which comes outside, cos square theta d theta, which can be written as a squared, and here I can write it as integral of square root of 1 minus sine square theta d theta. And no, 1 minute, before doing the integral we will first write the integral of this, and this will be a squared 1 plus cos 2 theta upon 2 into d theta, whose integral is a squared by 2, and integral comes out to be half theta, plus integral of cos 2 theta is, no, a squared by 2 is already there, so it is only theta, and then integral of cos 2 theta will be equal to sine 2 theta upon 2 plus a constant, and this I can write it as a squared by 2 theta plus 2 sine theta cos theta whole upon 2 plus a constant, and I comes out to be this a squared, this 2 and 2 gets cancelled. Now we have to replace back theta in terms of x. Now theta is sine inverse x upon a, plus sine theta is x upon a, cos theta is square root of 1 minus sine square theta, that is 1 minus x squared over a squared plus a constant. You simplify it, we get it as a squared over 2 sine inverse x upon a plus x upon a squared minus x squared whole under root into a plus a constant. Now this can be written as I is equal to half of this a squared, so you can write a squared sine inverse x by a plus this a squared and this a squared gets cancelled, half of under root of a squared minus x squared plus a constant. Same result can be done by using integration by parts on the same lines as we did earlier. I is equal to 1 into square root of a squared minus x squared dx, and treating this as the first and this as the second function, what we get is, we can write it as first function into integral of the second minus derivative of the first function into integral of the second into dx. This can be written as I is equal to x under root of a squared minus x squared. Now 2 and 2 gets cancelled, minus of minus is plus, and we get x squared. Now this can be written as, you just let it be minus only, or you just write it as x squared. Okay, so into dx, we have to write it in this form. So what we do is, we write it as I is equal to x a squared minus x squared. Let this minus be here and let this minus go inside, so minus x squared is there. Now upon under root of a squared minus x squared, here we add a squared, we subtract a squared, upon under root of a squared minus x squared into dx. This gives us I is equal to a squared minus x squared minus, and this comes out to be under root of a squared minus x squared dx, which becomes I, and minus of minus is plus a squared 1 upon under root of a squared minus x squared dx. This I goes to the other side, we get 2i is equal to x under root of a squared minus x squared plus a squared. Integral of this is sine inverse x upon a and plus a constant, and so removing this 2 from here, we get under root of a squared minus x squared plus a squared by 2. Now here we have plus a squared by 2 sine inverse x upon a plus a constant, and this is the result for this one. Now if you just observe here we have there was a x also which we missed out, so it is actually x by 2 here, and this is the answer. So thus we have these three results as: first result is integral of x squared minus a squared whole under root is x by 2 under root of x squared minus a squared by 2 log of x plus under root of x squared minus a squared plus a constant. The next one is a similar one, which is x by 2 under root of x squared minus a squared, and here we have a plus sign, a squared over 2 log of x plus x squared plus a squared under root plus a constant. And the third one is a squared minus x squared. This involves sine inverse. First term remains the same, that is x by 2 under root of a squared minus x squared, and here we have plus a squared by 2 sine inverse x by a plus a constant. Now using these three results, this is second and this is third one, we are going to solve exercise 7.7 exactly on the same lines as we have done exercise 7.4. Now if you just see, we have various kinds of questions. Question number 1 is a direct application. I is equal to square root of 4 minus x square. Here it is of the kind under root of a squared minus x squared dx, where a is equal to 2. So directly apply this result and get the answer. Question number 2 is again a similar one. Now we take the third one. Third one, here we are given square root of x squared plus 4x plus 6 into dx. So just like we dealt with the square root of a quadratic in the denominator, same way we will deal with it. So we will first convert this into a perfect square and then do the needful. So like, what do we do? X squared plus 4x plus 6 can be written as x squared plus 2 into x into 2, plus the third term should be 2 squared. So we have added 2 squared, which is 4. We have to remove 4 and 6 is already there. First three terms, they form x plus 2 whole squared, and minus 4 plus 6 is plus 2. And simply this question comes out to be integral of square root of x plus 2 whole squared plus 2, which can be taken as root 2 whole square into dx. Put x plus 2 as t, exactly on the same lines as we have been doing earlier. So I comes out to be t squared plus root 2 whole square whole under root dt. And this is of the form under root of x squared plus a squared into dx, where a is equal to root 2. So directly write the answer. We get t upon 2 under root of t squared plus root 2 square, which is 2, plus a squared, that is root 2 square, that is 2 upon 2 log of x, that is t, plus under root of x squared plus a squared, which is t squared plus 2 plus a constant. Now at this stage we replace t again in terms of x, and so we get x plus 2 upon 2 square root of x plus 2 whole squared plus 2, plus this 2 and this 2 gets cancelled, log of x plus 2 plus square root of x plus 2 whole squared plus 2 plus a constant. But we know that x squared plus 2 whole squared plus 2 is nothing but the given quadratic, which is x squared plus 4x plus 6, and so we can write this as x plus 2 over 2 square root of, directly instead of writing in this form we write it in again in terms of the square the quadratic, and we get log of x plus 2 plus square root of x squared plus 4x plus 6 plus a constant. Proceeding exactly on the same lines, we can do the remaining questions of the exercise 7.7 and similar questions. Thank you.